Hey everybody, this is TJR, and I have an announcement to make. I got a new guitar. Well, not a new guitar, but a new guitar for me. This doesn't happen very often for me, and when I do, I like to kind of just tell everybody and announce it. And yeah, I am acting kind of like I had a kid, but humor me. So let me tell you a little bit about this guitar. Back in the 90s, I used to own one of these, and it was an excellent instrument. But being a poor, starving musician, however, forced me to sacrifice it in order to justify what was, at the time, a very necessary musical equipment purchase. Now, I never regretted the purchase because it gave me a competitive edge in what was, at the time, a shrinking pool of job opportunities. I did regret losing the guitar, and I always have. But sometimes you have to make sacrifices if you want to get ahead. So I'm delighted to finally get this guitar back. I guess I've built up the suspense enough. It's a Parker Nightfly guitar. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the brand, Parker Guitars during the 90s was that rare breed of electric guitar manufacturer that looked forward when it came to design and innovation. Being innovative in the world of guitar manufacturing doesn't always go hand in hand with success, but Parker Guitars was successful with their model of Fly and Nightfly guitars, until they went out of business a few decades later, of course. Their guitars featured lighter woods and have composite materials, resin and carbon glass skin, to reinforce a thin carved body and neck. This created a very durable neck that was not subject to the same type of wear that a standard guitar neck would. They also featured what was at the time very innovative electronics that allowed their electric guitars the ability to simulate an acoustic guitar as well. Now, during the 90s, I owned a red Parker Nightfly. The Nightfly was the less expensive version of the Parker Fly, and it featured a bolt-on neck versus the more sought-after neck-through body design of the Fly. It was a fantastic guitar, and I've always regretted having to have let it go. And over the last few years, I began to look on eBay and on Reverb for a deal on a used one that I could afford. These guitars do not come cheap, and they are no longer manufactured anymore. But recently, I not only found a deal on the guitar itself, but one that was already modified to my specifications. Now, let me back up here. The Parker Nightfly that I bought back in the 90s came installed with stock DiMarzio pickups. I personally preferred Seymour Duncan's, so I had them swapped out when I had that original guitar. This modification alone cost me roughly maybe about $250 or so. But this Parker that I found on eBay had already had that modification done. The DiMarzio pickups were already replaced with Seymour Duncan's, which made it an even sweeter deal. Honestly, I felt like it pretty much had my name on it, so I put down the credit and I bought it. By the way, I don't think I've told anybody this, but I do name my guitars. I haven't named this particular one yet, so I am open to suggestions if you want to make one. Okay, enough talk. Let's take a look at the guitar. So here it is, the Parker Nightfly. And I'm going to be playing through this Black Star Fly mini amp here. And in case you're wondering, no, I don't get endorsements from any of these companies. Okay, let's play.